It's time.
Hey guys, I am here with Xande Ribeiro. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing outstanding, man. Thank you very much for asking. Yeah, of
I mean, I have to ask. It's actually a formality. It's a check
course.
plus.
Yeah.
So, what brings you out here? You're doing a seminar out here at Higher Ground Jiu-Jitsu in Rolling Heights. What brings you out here today?
Well, brings me here, my passion for jiu-jitsu, for sure. Sean Fernandez used to train with me. He used to train with one of my good friends in San Francisco, and then when he moved to LA, he came training with me. Of course, he wouldn't fall far from the tree. And we probably gonna start really good work between Ribeiro Jiu-Jitsu and Higher Ground. So I came here to check it out and hopefully celebrate this good partnership.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I do have to say, I do have a beef with you. This place didn't exist a long time ago. I grew up in this neighborhood. So now it exists, especially when I'm not living here anymore. So you couldn't have gotten here any sooner.
It's karma, man.
Carva?
Yeah. Now you spend the money and get the driving. That's what you gotta do.
So you did move out to Brazil. How has that been? Do you miss LA at all?
Well, like the thing is, I did move to Brazil like in the first, when I thought, I had some issues in my family. So the reason I moved is I said, oh, I'll move to Brazil because I didn't know what's gonna happen. I want to support my family. And I gave away my school. Some guys opened a school, some people moved. But like I said, the important thing is everybody, be happy and practice jiu-jitsu. So my brother in San Diego, the University of Jiu-Jitsu in San Diego, the Ribeiro headquarters is in San Diego, and what's happening? We in the process to rent a bigger house, and so I can have a place here and a place in Brazil. So like my brother said, your job now is a war traveler, and I appreciate it because I like to travel. I like to reach out to people. Just in the past month, I've been in Tahiti, I've been in Jordan, Romania, and Ireland. There's like pretty much four different, totally different cultures, totally different religions, and totally different languages. But there's one language universal, that's Jiu-Jitsu. And then that's what made me feel very, see, even giving goosebumps on there. And
Do
that's
you
what,
ever forget where you are though?
sometimes I do. Like, sometimes I'm sleeping and I'm like, oh, where I am. Like, I wake up and all of a sudden, like, where I am. Because what happened actually in Jordan, because Jordan is totally different. It's like a place super beautiful, but everything is one colored. It's the middle of the desert. Everything is like sand looking. So you usually go to place that everything's colorful. Like you walk around here, you see like signs and everything, and you go to a place like Jordan, and everything is so like one colored. So what happened was I was in Romania, super fast, doing my things, partying, and all that stuff, teaching. And then I had a layover 12 hours in Istanbul. So I was in Istanbul for 12 hours, walking around downtown, that crazy place, shopping. And then I catch a flight, and I'm in Amman, and I get to Jordan, and it's at night, and then I'm sleeping. And I wake up and say, where I am? Like, is that really happening? I was like, whoa, where I am? I look around, why am I in this desert? Like, oh yeah, I am where I'm supposed to be. So just things like that. But I appreciate the opportunity that Jiu-Jitsu gives to me to reach out. Like I said, can be, it's like I was able to unite various religions in one religion, which is Jiu-Jitsu, and I think being able to have that gift and that craft and travel and help people through Jiu-Jitsu, I think for me it's bigger and beyond than any belt, any color, any race, any religion, anything. You know what I mean? And just yeah, I'm just happy that I'm able to reach out to people and with my talent.
I like that. Now, how are your injuries? Are you feeling better now, or where are you at?
Yeah, I always carry a lot of injuries, and in a sense, I was very negligent with myself. So sometimes, you train, you fight, and then you stop, and then you rest for a month, and all of a sudden you think you're healthy and you're not, and then you think that like, you have this and that. So I was training really good. I was feeling really, really strong. I was working out, and I went to the competition and up, getting hurt on my groin, and that's nothing I can really, do. But now I'm working with really good professionals. I'm really selfish right now. The first thing I do in my day is take care of my body. Because back in the day, I would take care of everybody, everything but myself. So now I'm really like focused on, okay, it's myself, myself, myself. And then after I've done with all myselfs, me, myself, and whatever, and then I do other things, business and training and stuff like that. So I'm just really being careful. I'm taking my time. It's a muscular injury, but I'm with a good professional, so I'm really happy about it.
I'm happy to hear that, my man. Now, we've got a lot of mutual friends, one of whom being Rafael Lovato Jr. He's going to be fighting in MMA pretty soon. How do you feel about that? Did you talk to him about any of that?
Yeah, he's in San Diego right now. I help my brother from Metamoris, and he's just gonna kick ass. He's a machine. He was actually like a Golden Gloves, like a juvenile infant champ in Oklahoma. So he has really good stand up, super long reach, long legs, long feet, huge chins, and he's a machine. He's good standing up, takedowns. He's good in defending. He's good on the ground, and I think that part there's nothing we can worry about. Of course, he has to be in shape for that. I just can't wait. He hits hard. He's a beast. I'm afraid of him when we put the gloves on because he's so long. You know what I mean? It's like Anderson Silva. Like he's just so long and he kicks very well. But for sure he's gonna have to change his body. The how can I say that the physiology of his body for the fact that he's long, and jiu-jitsu is a slow-paced sport, and he needs to be very explosive. I kind of give it an analogy like Roger, for example. You see that Roger, he would hit hard, he would kick hard, but you see that wasn't really fast. When you see a guy like John Jones, for example, he's super long, but he's lightning fast. I think that's the thing that I think he has to acquire with time. But like I said, he's been training boxing for his whole life. He does like Jeet Kune Do and all those martial arts. His father is a boxer himself, so I can't wait to see him beat up some people.
Is that the best advice that you gave to him in terms of the physiology, or did you tell him anything?
No, he knows what he's about. He has a good crew around him. I won't really be able to train with him for the competition, but he has a good team behind him. He knows his pros and cons. I fought twice, so I gave him my experience, and we talk a lot. We work a lot of combination. He's fighting kind of like a brawler type of guy, which is very dangerous because he's a technician. And I just talk to him, say, hey, just be patient. You don't have to go there and finish the fight in a minute. You know what I mean? It's not your style. Be composure, take your time, and eat him. And when the times come, and don't try to go crazy and try to prove a point. It's the worst thing can happen.
Now, speaking of this, there was recently an article. I think there was some confusion about your stance on MMA. Basically, I think the misconception was that people think that you were speaking ill of MMA or something.
What happened is, sometimes reporters, they call you in a bad day. So it was a kind of bad day. And they ask me, what do you think about guys in MMA getting a black belt? I'm like, that's bullshit. But a lot of times, I did ask them to send me the interview before, and I look like a silly kid. That's what really. So my issue is not like I want all the MMA guys to get a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Like I said, I'm a priest for jiu-jitsu. I want everybody to learn jiu-jitsu. The only thing is jiu-jitsu guys. My whole problem wasn't with the MMA guys getting the black belt. My problem is the jiu-jitsu guys giving out jiu-jitsu belts for MMA. It's a different sport. You know what I mean? Like I said, my point was, okay, you can be tough, but I can be tough in judo, but that doesn't mean I'm a black belt in judo. I can be tough in wrestling, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be a high-level wrestler, Division One. And my whole concern was that jiu-jitsu is a different thing. It's not because you went to MMA and did a submission that you're a jiu-jitsu black belt. You need to understand that this is what defines our sport. Is the kimono, is be able to use the kimono in a finessed way, choke in the right way, be able to grip in the right way, be able to choke a woman, be able to choke a kid without hurting them, and understand the finesse of the art, and that's my issue. I remember a couple UFCs ago, I think Randy was fighting, and the guy throws a black belt on his shoulder. He's like, oh, really? I'm a black belt. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna critique Randy Couture. I don't even know if it was him. I'm not gonna say, "Oh, you suck." No, he's a great guy. They got his black belt. Yeah, I gotta go back to the guy that gave him the black belt. I say, "Hey, can Randy Couture show me like how to open the guard properly without using his wrestling skills? Can he really do like a loop choke or a lapel choke? Because that's what defines our sport. The really understanding of a belt." Of course, no-gi is a big part of it, vale tudo and all that. But if you don't know how to use the kimono, it's not jiu-jitsu. It's not Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It's MMA. It's no-gi. And as far as I know, no-gi doesn't have belts.
As part of the MMA community for the journalism aspect, I just have this fear that if you were misquoted, I would just get choked out. So, have we arranged for something with this interviewer? Would you like me to provide them on the mats at some point?
That's good.
That was too terrifying. I wasn't even misquoting you.
No. Like I said, I try to just to get jiu-jitsu at the highest level as I can, and I would never disrespect any athlete. I would never do that. But I will get mad, and then I can quote that. I will get mad if a jiu-jitsu black belt just want to give a black belt to a famous MMA guy, so he shows off and say, "Oh, that's my black belt," and that's what happens. It's money. It's about selling yourself. So is Randy Couture even training in the gi? Does Randy Couture even see the guy that handed him the belt on his shoulder? And that's my point. You know what I mean? I think there's a structure behind it, and everyone has to follow it. I want every single MMA guy. Like Diego Sanchez came into my gym, and he did 3 camps of the World Championships. He learned how to use the gi. I don't know if he forgot or not, but he was there. He did a training camp. He was using kimono. He was using jiu-jitsu sweeps. He was helping all the black belts. He was tapping black belts. You know what I mean? Maybe not the most finesse way, but he was, using the gi and tried to choke, and he was really putting effort in it. And that's something. Okay, when Endure won, we got him the blue belt, the purple belt. Endure another, we gave him the brown belt. And then he moved back to Albuquerque, and then he started to train at Gracie Barra with Tusa. Tusa called me and said, "Hey man, Diego is really training. He's really committed. He respects everybody. He knows how to use the gi. He tries to use the gi. He has an effort to it, and that's considerable, and that earns my respect. But you just go there, beat up people, get at the guillotine, and you hand out a black belt, and that's not in my world."
In bringing it back to jiu-jitsu, Copa Podio has recently changed their rules. What are your thoughts on them changing the rules?
I think it's totally silly what they did. I'm not really a big advocate about this new stuff they do because I think there's a lot of the thing about in the end is the intention. You cannot really say that the guy is doing the whatever lapel guard and not going for something. And then the thing is about the rules in jiu-jitsu, there's so many things that require interpretation that when a major thing needs interpretation, which is the intention, the referees don't have the ability to do so. You know what I mean? They're so concerned about interpretate if something gonna worth an advantage, which is a crap thing, and they forget how to understand the intention if the guy really wanna go for something. I don't care. You can loop the lapel all the way you want, but if you show me that you wanna go somewhere with that, no problem with that at all. Go do it. You know what I mean? But if you do all the lapel work and then you look at the guy's eyes and then and then you can clearly see there's no intention for progression. Spider guard, lasso guard is the same. You see guys holding lasso guard for 2-3 minutes. Like, come on, man. If you have all the grips you want, you go. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to stay there. So those are the things that I critique in jiu-jitsu is people's intentions and the referees they're not being qualified to judge intentions because the rules are so subjective to mistakes that a major thing cannot be dealt with. Advantage should go away. Okay, who's gonna say that the submission's catching or not? You watch the meow with Guilherme. One gets the foot, make a face, advantage. The other one does the same technique, but it's like this. No advantage. So, so get rid of advantage. I think it should be the first one, and let the judges judge points, position, and intention. That's it. Because the advantages are so silly. Because an arm bar, I almost broke my arm. It's the same value of a slip and hit my butt on the floor. So you can't do that, and that's what's killing jiu-jitsu. What's killing jiu-jitsu is not the lapel guards, is not the double guard pulls, it's not that. It's the fact of the advantages. Take this bitch out, and you're gonna see that everything's gonna be different.
That's a good perspective. Now let's transition over to Metamoris 4. It's coming up. You've been training with your brother, I assume. That's been going
As I
great.
can.
As far as you can.
Yeah, my groins really don't allow me to do much guard. So I'm gonna try to play top guard, play kind of like computer game, and of course my submission, so Saul attacks more upper body. So I'm trying to help him as much as I can. I do a lot of like survival with him, so he has to catch me. So we do a lot of, like, because of course for him to tap me, he has to really be very precise. So that's how I'm helping him the most.
I was really excited that when I watched the video, the preview video, uh, that your brother now is saying that as much as he has taught you, you are teaching him. How did it feel to hear that said in the promo video?
Oh, it's just the truth. I think it's not just between me and him. He just mentioned because we're masters of our methodology, and he's my older brother, he's my master, and then we got to a point that I became with new stuff, for the fact that we have the same understanding of a lot of things, but we have our ways to do different things, and you know what I mean. Like sometimes I feel that like I can't really teach him anything, but the idea, the way of doing it, those are the things that makes difference. Even the other day we were talking about coaching and stuff like that. Like I'm not used to like, watch him tired or something like that. And usually motivate him. Say, come on, man, you gotta try something, go for something. You know what I mean? Because it's I feel silly telling him exactly the technique what to do. And the other day, like he goes to me and say, hey, can you not say to me to go 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 because I know I have to go, but sometimes I'm tired, and you have to give me technical things to do. So maybe in that cloud, I can pick something and get motivated to do something. I'm like, well, that makes sense. So that's like the master coming into the lab and say, look, I'm not the Iron Man that maybe you think I am. You know what I mean? Maybe in 10 minutes I can be, in 6 minutes I can be, and then it's okay. It's about motivation and try to see what you don't see. But there's one time, 13 minutes, 14 minutes, you have a cloud on your brain, and you need someone to maybe like just remind you of things, and that makes total sense. And those are things that make us a good partnership, because we can put our status aside of brother, masters, black belt, champions, or whatnot, and understand our weaknesses and what we need. So
Like that.
that's how it is.
Now, you competed at the very first Metamoris. What has changed in your opinion, just in the times that they've had it?
That was actually, I wasn't supposed to fight because he asked me to fight, and I had a competition because I fought pretty much in a period of like 4 weeks. I fought Metamoris, World's Nogi, and the Masters Gi. So that was like going from one to another. And here and then I went to a training. I went to go train to help Hero. I think I was helping Hero to train a little bit, because I was in LA. So I was there, I was training, and then Halleck was there. So like, hey man, like you're looking good, like. And then Kevin was there. He's like, Kevin goes, hey man, I'm not fighting because I'm going to do MMA. Do you want to fight Dean? I'm like, I'll fight. And Halleck, can you do it? I'm like, do like what? You're not even training for the gi. With the gi, I say, I don't care. I'm a jiu-jitsu fighter. I can fight anytime, anywhere. Gi, no gi, lube. I don't care. I'll do anything. So yeah, and then I had opportunity, and I think that was kind of like a new thing, and I think everybody was. So now it's like a trend. Everybody wants to know what's next. And I was happy to be in the first one to do the incredible fight. I think the first one was the best one because everybody was really fighting. Even though our fight, the three last fights, was a draw, but was great fights. I think it was the most amazing 60 minutes I watched it. And a lot of fights. So it was pretty good watching Kron and all those guys fighting. And then the other one, the two, I think was a timing mistake. They got a lot of guys that were competing in the worlds. They had to compete the next week, so everyone was beat up. Wasn't one person that was not beat up for that tournament. I think because you could have a decision, people kind of like fought. You saw a lot of like boring fights. The third one was much better because you got people that had time to train. And I think this one's going to be great. Everybody have enough time to train, to adapt to the rules, and to be really focused on that. Because when you're not focused, it's really hard. You know what I mean? I was training for the other competitions, but I guess I'm a little different. I was really focused on Metamoris because for me it doesn't change. If I go to a competition that I don't have to worry about getting scored, and maybe just worry about not getting my foot ripped out, it's easy. You know what I mean? I think in jiu-jitsu with the gi and this IBJJF little nuances of the rule, they're way more hard to deal with than taking the gi off and go do no gi with Dean Lisa for 20 minutes submission only. That's what I do, you know. And then one thing that I even told Otavio, because I saw in Otavio's interview, he's like, yeah, now I have to change my game and look for submissions. And I'm like, Otavio, I thought that was the point. You know what I mean? And he like I'm gonna give you me as example. I fought Master 6 minutes, went to Metamoris 20 minutes, and all the way back to a no gi championships 10 minutes, and I didn't really change, and I got to win all the competition. Fair enough, the guy's a world champion. You know what I mean? And you see he's attacking. He's great. I think he's one of the most beautiful jiu-jitsu games now. And when I see jiu-jitsu guys saying that they have to change their games, that's when I see where there's something wrong with the rules and what people really think about jiu-jitsu. Like I said, you should be able to take it in, take it off, and nothing should change.
Okay, you're saying a lot of stuff, and I'm trying to process it. I'm trying to put it all together. So, are you telling me you're not in the secret match?
I'm not in a super match. I wished.
Are you lying to me?
I wish I would.
Would you even tell me if you were in the secret match?
No.
Okay,
Well,
so we don't know for sure.
well, probably. Well, I'm hurt, so there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? Like I said, Metamoris always reach out for me. You know what I mean? Like everybody know, I was the one fighting. My brother was the one on the sidelines, but since I could not fight, they just asked Sauron to do it, and Saul is a warrior. It's like I'll represent my family, and that was the deal. I wish I would be there. Like they reach out for me. They always wanted like all the Metamoris. The second one they asked for it. No, the second one they didn't really ask for it, but the third one they asked for. This one they asked for. Halleck and I, we have a good relationship, and I know that's Metamoris something that I want to keep going. I just don't understand how Dean List is fighting for the title, but I guess that title should be mine. Um, but it's okay. But it's be a great fight, and like I said, I wish it should be my fight, But I want to do a gi fight. He offered me a gi fight. I can't say who he offered me, but I had a few names that I wanted to do, but just didn't happen this time.
So let's put it this way, because I mean, I believe you're not in the secret match. But do you think that Halleck just looks out there in the audience and he's just gonna go, "Why don't we get this guy and this guy, and let's get him fight"?
I think that would be something very interesting if, because for sure there will be a lot of fighters there, and he would just go like, "Hey, who wants to do it?" And then we'll see who is the really jiu-jitsu guy out there. You know.
Let's say you're not on the card for Metamoris 5. They look at you. They walk up to you. They say, "Would you do it? Would you do it?"
That's interesting. Well, no, because I'm not that kind. You know what I mean? I like to, like, I won't like just do stuff like that. It's just because I'm in a position that, I can have something better set up for my life. You know what I mean? It's just I'm not in that point of my life. You know what I mean? But I think it's an interesting thing. Like just put the raffle out there and say, hey, all the guys out there, would you like to maybe join in today? The prize is this much, and it'll be more like a prize fight. I'll believe. You know what I mean? I'm not a prize fighter. I fight for what I believe. Or of course, I have my cost, I have my prize, I have my things, and that'll be something that'll be interesting. You know what I mean? I think one time that happened in Brazil was actually an MMA fight, and Braga Neto did it. I think there was a guy in there, and supposedly his opponent didn't show up, or he lost the buzz or something. It was something crazy that happened. And the guy in the show, they say, "Hey, is there anyone in the crowd like joining in?" And Braga Neto shows up and beat the crap out of the guy. And that was pretty interesting.
Some life.
Yeah, so that proves that some people just have the guts and the technique to do what they have to do anytime. And at the same time, maybe I'm hurt, right? Maybe I'll go out there and as a guy wants to hurt me, and I have to fight back, and that's what jiu-jitsu gives to you. You're ready for anything.
Well, speaking of what jiu-jitsu gives to you, I know you like to be an aggressive attacker. I know that is something about your game that people know about you. I've got a challenge for you to see if you can do that kind of aggressiveness. You think you know what I'm talking about, or nope? Perfect. All right, here's what's gonna happen. If you accept this challenge, it's very easy. Rapid fire, 2 minutes of questions. Rapid fire questions. Answer them as fast as you can. That's how this is going down.
Okay, let me see if I can do that.
I think you can do it.
All right.
I believe in you.
All right, me too.
All right. Are you nervous now?
No, I might cuss a little bit, but it's okay.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Clearly, you don't know what our audience is like. If you're
Sorry, guys, I'm not like that.
You're not like that. You don't cuss. So here we go. We've got 2 minutes on the clock. Oh, he is sitting up for this. He is ready now. All right. 2 minutes are on the clock. And here we go. Go to choke.
Hélio Gracie choke.
What is the one thing that you miss about Los Angeles or San Diego?
I am in San Diego, but I miss the food in Los Angeles.
What food?
My gnocchi Alfredo on Amalfi, on La Brea.
Okay. What is the best jiu-jitsu match you've ever seen?
One of them are Cachorrinho and Margarita a long time ago.
Okay. If you could go back and put yourself into any jiu-jitsu match, what would it be and why?
2006, me and Roger,
You want to go back and do that again?
for sure.
Why would you want to go back and do that again?
Because the best moment ever in Jiu-Jitsu.
So you want to just replay it again?
Yeah, because the last World Championship in Brazil, everything started, and I think it was a big crowd, and I lost the underdog, and I did it.
Okay. I'm going to ask you again. Do you know what the secret match is?
No, I don't.
Are you lying to me?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. If you could have one cheat meal right now, what would it be?
In and out.
In and out food? What kind?
Double, whatever it is. The double.
How is your brother going to win at Metamoris 4?
Choke for the mount.
Choke from the mount?
Yes.
Has he gotten that with you recently?
No.
Well, that's not very informative. All right. If I could ask you this right now, what's the best thing about living in Brazil?
Everything about Brazil. Well, my dad's food, my family, and açaí every day.
Acai every day?
Yeah.
Have you had any acai out here?
No.
Why?
Because they suck.
Is there one good acai place in Los Angeles?
I'm not sure. I haven't found it. They all put apples and bananas and things that are not supposed to be there, especially apple juice. Who said that acai is made with apple juice?
How mad are you at me for wearing a off-white gi?
That's all right. I'm not mad.
Okay. Do you regret doing this interview?
No.
Success. Hey, right in under the clock. 2 minutes.
Perfect.
Well,
I was perfect.
I wouldn't.
Dude, my last. You see,
Here's
no
the thing.
minute.
Here's the thing.
No pity.
I don't know if I would call it
You know what
perfect.
happened one time?
What happened?
Okay, that was a joke. I was fighting the first Budo challenge.
Okay.
And the Guido Bell is my friend now. He was scoring the time. So supposedly you have 20 seconds to do something.
Okay.
He was like, Xande, do you have a computer in your brain? I said, what? Because when we were about to punish you, in the 19th freaking second, you moved. So here you take it.
Well, I mean, now it's just science, I guess, is what it is. Well, I want to tell you that
I was brother, so that's why.
I think you're more than just his brother. You have your own identity, my man. I want to tell you this right now. You know, getting to watch you teach is a blast. You did a lot of things that are helpful to my own game just in watching you do that. So I hope to steal them and replicate them terribly, and then try and tell you that they worked okay. But it was a blast, and you teach a really, really good seminar. Are you going to be teaching more seminars coming up soon?
I may have a seminar on next Tuesday in Solana Beach, and that's about it. And then Metamoris, and then back to Brazil, and I'll have a series of seminars in Brazil.
Sweet. Well, you know what? We miss you out here, and anytime we get to catch up with you in this kind of setting is a blast. So I want to thank you for your time, my man.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys' support. I know it's MMA website, but we're here for the fight. We're here for the athletes. We're here to bring all the sports together to the highest level. You know what I mean? And like I said, I hope one day we can see organization like paying jiu-jitsu fighters like they pay in UFC, even though it's not much. But I think it's just a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like they have like 400 good fighters, and when in boxing you have 2 good fighters. Right. So yeah, but thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for the support. I really like the style of your Gucci glasses, and you just need to get a Hyperfly. I do like my brother Mateus.
Yeah.
But I think you should.
Gave me this, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay.
I gotta rep it out, man.
Good job, Mateus. He's not watching it, but it's okay.
How dare you?
That's all right. Back in the day, they had the kimono screw.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? The
Yeah.
unbleached ones? Those are the sick ones. Nowadays, everything is white.
I know.
It's fine, but, we coming in with some different stuff. And, yeah, but anyhow, thank you very much. And appreciate the support, showing up. And if you guys want to know more about our seminars and everything, just go to our website, ribeirojiu-jitsu.com. It's our website. I have my Facebook, Xande Ribeiro. Just go there, I put videos and a bunch of stuff there. Instagram, Xande Jiu-Jitsu. And, if you're ever in San Diego, unijj.com is our website right there. And, of course, if you want to see more of my teachings, it's our online library, is the bjjlibrary.com. It's a totally revolutionary method. We call it Netflix of BJJ. We have not just me and Saulo, we bring the best guys. We had Leandro Lovato, Pagani, we had Tellis, Jeff Glover, Dean Lister, help me out so I can pay those guys to come in and, so they can come and teach. And hopefully in the future we bring more champions in. And, the word is being spread out. And, just hope, keep doing what we can do for Jiu-Jitsu and, see you guys on the mats.
One library worth checking out, you guys. Definitely go there. And you heard it first. He's hooking me up with the Hyperfly gi. Is that what that was? Yes.
You got yourself a gi.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Keep it locked here at verbaltapcast.com for more information.